I wish I could say it was alcohol. I wish I could say I was pressured. I wish I could say I didn't know what I was doing. But the truth is worse. It was a dare. It was my wedding day. The dress was perfect. The venue glowing. Everyone smiling. I remember looking at myself in the mirror that afternoon thinking, this is it. This is security. This is stability. And yet, underneath the white lace and flawless makeup, I felt something ugly, boredom. Not with him exactly, but with the idea of forever. I had always thrived on attention, on risk, on proving I could still win, even after I'd already won. His best friend, let's call him Mark, had always flirted subtly, harmless jokes, lingering glances. I never shut it down completely. I liked knowing I could if I wanted to. That afternoon, a few hours before the ceremony, some of my bridesmaids were drinking champagne in the suite. Mark stopped by to drop something off for my husband. He looked sharp in his suit, confident. One of my bridesmaids laughed and said, "Bet you couldn't steal a kiss from him on your wedding day." It was meant as a joke. But then another added, "Yeah, right. You wouldn't risk it." And something in me snapped. It wasn't about attraction. It was about ego. "I could do more than that," I said. They gasped, laughed, egged me on. "Prove it." That word. Prove. I walked out into the hallway where Mark was checking his phone. I remember my heart racing, not from guilt, but from adrenaline. He looked surprised when I grabbed his hand and pulled him into a side room. "What are you doing?" He laughed. "Just seeing if you're really as loyal as you pretend," I teased. I kissed him first. He hesitated, for maybe 2 seconds. Then he didn't. It escalated fast, reckless, stupid, selfish. There's no poetic way to dress it up. We crossed a line that should never have been approached, especially not on that day. When it was over, reality hit for about half a second. Then I pushed it away. No one will ever know, I told myself. I fixed my makeup, walked down the aisle, smiled at the man I had just betrayed, said my vows without shaking. And for a while, I thought I got away with it. Years passed. We built a life, house, vacations, holidays with family. Mark stayed close, still his best friend. I avoided being alone with him. He avoided eye contact sometimes, but neither of us confessed. I convinced myself it was buried until the night everything collapsed. It was our 5th anniversary party, close friends, drinks flowing, laughter loud. Mark got drunk, very drunk, and guilt is loudest when alcohol turns down the filter. I saw it in his face before he even spoke. The tension, the cracking restraint. He pulled my husband aside at first. I felt my stomach drop. I couldn't hear them over the music, but I saw my husband's expression change. Confusion, then disbelief, then something much colder. He didn't cause a scene. He didn't yell. He walked back into the party, took the microphone that had been used for speeches, and tapped it twice. The room quieted. "I want to thank everyone for celebrating 5 years of marriage with us," he said calmly. My chest tightened. "Fun fact," he continued, eyes locked on mine. "Apparently my marriage started with a loyalty test, a dare." The air left my lungs. "No, he wouldn't, but he did." "Turns out," he said evenly, "my wife slept with my best friend a few hours before she walked down the aisle." The room froze. Someone dropped a glass. I felt heat flood my body. My vision blurred. I tried to speak, but no words came out. "It was just a dare," he added. "So I guess that makes it harmless." There was no screaming in his voice. That made it worse. He handed the mic back to the DJ. Then he walked out. I followed him, panicking. It was a mistake. It meant nothing. He turned around slowly. "That's the problem," he said. "If it meant something, at least I could understand it." That night, he left. The next morning, divorce papers were already being drafted. He moved fast. Faster than I ever thought possible. He told both families. He told mutual friends. He didn't exaggerate. He didn't lie. He simply told the truth. And the truth was enough. Friends stopped calling me. My parents were devastated. His family cut me off completely. Mark tried to apologize publicly, but it only made things worse. My husband cut him out entirely. But the part that ruined me wasn't the social fallout. It was the quiet aftermath. The house felt different. Memories felt poisoned. Every anniversary photo was now a lie. During the divorce process, he remained composed, fair financially, no cruelty in court, just distance. "I loved you," he told me once during mediation, "but I can't build a future on a foundation that started as a joke." That sentence replayed in my mind for months. A joke, a dare, a 5-minute ego boost that cost me a lifetime. I tried to explain to people that it was meaningless, but that was exactly why it was unforgivable. I didn't cheat because I was unhappy. I didn't cheat because I was in love with someone else. I cheated because I wanted to prove I could, and that's uglier. The divorce finalized within a year. He remarried 2 years later to someone quieter, softer, loyal in a way I used to mock as boring. I saw a photo of their wedding online. He looked peaceful, not excited, not wild, peaceful. And that's when it really sank in. I had risked everything for adrenaline. He chose stability over chaos. I don't blame him. If anything, I blame the version of myself who thought loyalty was a game. Because here's what no one tells you about betrayal. Sometimes the person you hurt doesn't ruin your life. They just tell the truth and then step out of it.